What the fuck is up? Higher point of view here. It is your West Coast Packer backer. Here to discuss. I'm smiling and shit. Packers win, goddammit. I told the boys last night, man, I don't give a fuck what it is. We win by a point, half a point. When the Packers win, it's a celebration for me. I don't give a fuck who it's against. You know what I'm saying? That's just a feeling, that I just love. I don't give a fuck what it is, bro. Packers, there's been a lot of times, especially when I was a lot younger, I was going through really like life shit, like real tough life problems and shit. And Sunday passed by where the Packers had a great game, and it kind of like masked that shit for me. It kind of hid that shit for me. So any Packer victory is great for me. We could be critical, and we will be, but we're gonna do it later on. I got a new series coming out. Well, I'll tell you guys about that, but you're gonna eventually see it anyway. But we're gonna get critical and stuff like that. But right now, hey, Victory Monday, man. Hey, go talk y'all shit. All the motherfuckers that was coming up to you talking all that shit. Hey, now you can talk back. We in the win column, y'all. So that's a motherfucking good thing. And again, we can be critical, but listen, I'd rather win a game that we should have lost or did better in than to lose a game, that we should have won. Or a better analogy, which I really meant was, I'd rather win a game that, win the ugly game than lose a close one. Hey, if this really went the other way around, it'd have been a lot more painful. So, I hope y'all motherfucking understand that shit. But every victory is good, man. Every victory is a good victory. So go on and celebrate this. Now, I could have got on here and gloated and all that, but I'm act like we've been here before, which we have, I could have been talking shit. Hey, Bears fans came up to me talking shit. Oh, you seen what Justin did. We beat a team that y'all could never beat when it counts, this, that, and the third. I got all that from Bears fans earlier this week. But I actually ran in and talked to a few cool Bears fans. Hey, there are cool fans from every team, I cannot be mad if a motherfucker was born and raised in Chicago and he follow all Chicago sports and he's a Bears fan. It's the ones who are delusional and just don't have any kind of sense. Those are the ones that gets on my nerves. So with that being said, shout out to Joey D, okay? He jumped up in my comments and we went back and forth, Bears fan, but he was really transparent and like honest about his team, Now if they were good and just blowing motherfuckers out and all that and he was talking that shit, that would be cool too. But he was really critical in, what he's seen from his team and what, he just gave a good point of view from his team. Again, if the Packers are sucking ass and they just was sorry, like I would be on here talking about how bad they are and how they need to improve. We are in a good position to be in a Super Bowl contention, which we are. Hey, Super Bowl ain't tomorrow. It ain't next week. It ain't in the next 2 months. It ain't in the next 3 months. So, hey, we may not be a Super Bowl team at this point, but we have Super Bowl aspirations, and everybody else, national media, everybody else seem to think we're a Super Bowl team. So, goddamn it, we are. But good thing the Super Bowl isn't in 2 weeks. We wouldn't be ready for that. But I digress. So, let's start. We just gonna hit the bulletin points that I want to hit. Again, we're going to go deeper and dig deeper and be critical at another time, but it is Victory Monday, y'all. We're going to have many of these, and it's just time to be positive now. So let's just talk about the good things. Aaron motherfucking Jones. My bad. 15 carries, 132 yards. A touchdown. 9 yards per motherfucking carry, man. I don't know where you're going to get that shit at. And then he had the nerve to motherfucking catch the ball for 38 yards. Let's just call it 40. We rounding off in this bitch. It's Victory Monday for 40 yards. 13 yards per catch. So when you threw it to him, it was a guaranteed first down, basically what they saying. And he got a touchdown receiving. You know what I'm saying? So, hey, star of the game, we wouldn't have won it without him, and we won it because of him. Aaron Jones gets my MVP for this game. But, when you have a guy have an explosive and just dominating game like that, you don't expect his backup to do much, but he motherfucking did. AJ came in there, got 18 carries, which is good. He needs the ball in his hands that many times per game. AJ probably met his, touch total that we would like him to have. Aaron only had 15. We want him to touch the ball more, but he did so much of the opportunities he had, he took over. So for AJ to come in and get 18 for 61, and this is a different 18 for 61, y'all. This is short down situations, first down situations where, it's not about the 18 carries and 61 yards. This is about these motherfuckers having to tackle this guy. That's what you need to look at. You don't need to look at the stat line with A.J. Dillon. Just know when he's running the ball, whether it's for 2 yards or 1 yard or 4 yards or 40 yards, he punishing motherfuckers. He ain't going down easy, and he's gonna try to run somebody over every time he gets the ball. So that's what you got to understand. When he gets the ball, even when it's a low carry total, or even when it's, the stat line don't look so pretty as Aaron Jones's did, just know that he was in there pounding that ball, getting first downs, and doing what he had to do. The defense felt his presence. So, again, great 1-2 punch there. Aaron showed out. It was his game. It's going to be games where AJ show out. It's going to be games where they both have an even show out game. But it's just what a convenience we have, y'all, to have these backs here. And we ain't even talk about Kylan yet because he didn't, he ain't back yet. But when he comes back, that's going to be another issue. But let's move on. The hammy. Hey, there was a hammy sighting, y'all. He was out there. He said, hey, y'all, that week 1 shit, it was just first game with this guy. Hey, give me a little time. He had to let y'all know, like, hey, I can be a factor in this game. 3 receptions, 93 yards. Now, he ain't going to have games like this all year, and he will have a few games like this, this year. But if he could give us that every game, just that, and is that asking for too much? Is he capable of doing that every game? I fucking think so, especially with the play action. Because, again, if we're going to run that motherfucking ball like we ran it this time, like, the play action is going to be critical. We scored on the play action, I believe so. And, hey, Hammy, good motherfucking job. That's what we got you for. Hey, at first when we got you, I'm like, but hey, I have no more doubts, bro. I never doubted, but it was just your injury history. So we hope you could be healthy. But shit just seems to be different in Green Bay, when other guys come over here. I ain't talking about the David Bakhtiari, Elton Jenkins, Kylan Hill kind of situations. That's just football. But, normally when people come over here, ain't nothing else to do. You're going to work on your body, You're going to be focused. So, and hopefully these young guys start to build up later in the year, and you don't have to play as much. But when playoffs come, we're going to need the hammy in full effect. But, hey, welcome to Green Bay, bro. Hey, you like that reception you got, from the crowd and all that. It's just different in Wisconsin, y'all. So I'm happy that you had the moments you had. They, coach said something about you in a speech afterwards. So, hey, keep doing your thing, hammy. Bad things about the offense, bad snaps. One, it was on the jet sweep play, and, we found out. Upon further, I had to do my research. It was Josh Myers' fault. He was supposed to go on 2, and he went on 1. So it had nothing to do with the jet motion. Sorry, Vegas. It had nothing to do with the jet motion. This motherfucker snapped it at the wrong time. If he would have did it on 2, the receiver would have already been beyond him, and it wouldn't have hit him. He snapped it on 1, so it was early. That was his fault. The second one, A.J. Dillon and Aaron Rodgers' bad snap exchange. When you handing off to 2 different backs every now and then, some quarterbacks only hand off to 1 back for the most of the time, so they know how they get down. Aaron might hand it off to Aaron Jones one play and A.J. Dillon on the next play. They receive the shit differently. Aaron could have been in Aaron Jones mode and handed it the way he would have did it to him, and, A.J. might not have got it, or A.J. might need to improve on that. We don't know, but you got to think that's going to get fixed because, Aaron Rodgers mentioned it, and he told us all, So that's another thing. Good to see Lazard back. He didn't have a big impact as far as the stats, but, he got in there for a touchdown and just his presence. His presence was just, you can tell. We're a different team when the Lizard is on the field. Even if it just comes down to his blocking. We are a different team when that motherfucker's on the field. So, and he made an impact still. Got a touchdown. Same thing for Elton. Not 100% tip-top shape Elton that we've seen before. He made a couple mistakes. He gave up a sack or 2. That's cool, but for him to come in and going through after whatever he went through during that rehab process, which is just treacherous. If y'all ever had any kind of surgery or had to configure how to use a limb again, hard work pays off, man. And Elton came in there looking motherfucking good. I ain't even gonna talk about what he gave up. It don't fucking matter right now because he's a fucking man. He came back and he just changed the whole There's just a whole feel of the offense. Aaron just seemed a lot more comfortable, with him in there, in which he should because he's so great. So not his best game, but he made an impact. So we're gonna move over to the second, to the defense, and we're gonna talk about the secondary. Obviously, they played a lot better. Ain't no Justin Jefferson out there. These are young, learning receivers. I expected us to eat like this on them. So secondary played a lot better. Is debatable if it's just because of opponent or did they get better, but they look better. The communication looked better. Jair already said that. So let's give it to our secondary for coming out there and not really giving shit up. It was a run game that got us. So speaking of that, the run game, the run defense, we gonna talk about that obviously, but yeah, we're gonna have to tighten that shit up. But again, Victory Monday. So Devondre, he was held a couple times and he had a better game. Again, I don't know if it's opponent based, but again, hey, all we can ask is to improve the next week. And he had a better game, and he got held a couple times. So that means that the offense knew that he was having a good game. Because when you start holding motherfuckers, that means you don't have no choice but to. They held Kenny again. And Kenny only had something like 1 tackle, 0 sacks. Oh, man, is that a bad game for Kenny? No, he made a big impact. You don't always, pressures are a motherfucker. Again, he could be in the backfield and had a quarterback make a bad decision. It might turn to an interception. It might turn to a lot of incomplete passes. That's still positive plays. He ain't going to get in there and get a sack every motherfucking time. But he's still being held, and he's still explosive and getting in the backfield. So Kenny Clark has probably been the best player over the first 2 games for us overall, over anybody. So shout out to Kenny. Keep doing it. Rashawn got his weekly sack. He's going to get in there just off of the strength that he's so good one time at least. When he wants to go off, that's when we're going to see the 2 sack and 3 sacks games. But even Rashawn at his regular, he got his weekly sack. He got a lot of pressures. And I start seeing them hands moving a little more. It ain't just the bull rush because, they start to be able to anticipate that and defend it the best way they can. But when you mix it up with the hands, bro, you get in there, bro. You just got to be consistent with it. But you got your weekly sack, so that's good. Preston went and got 2 of them. God damn it. Shout out to P. You know what I'm saying? Another thing about Kenny Clark, beginning of the 4th quarter, it was a lot of times I seen Kenny on the Clark sipping Gatorade, y'all. We have a motherfucking rotation. God damn it. So, Quay Walker, hey, I'm excited to talk about you, but I'm going to save it for my other series, okay? We're going to talk about you in my, draft and develop series. So I'm excited to do that. Hey, tune in, y'all. And speaking of tuning in, a homie told me, he like, damn, man, I'm thinking you ain't dropped in a minute. I go to your channel, you done dropped all kind of videos. My notification shit was fucked up. Hey, make sure y'all got that bell on there. Make sure y'all hit the like button. Hey, shout out to Milto. Hey, make sure all y'all hit that like button. And again, that shit free as a motherfucker. All you gotta do is boom, hit that shit. Hey, hit that shit right now. You know what I'm saying? So hit the like button. But Preston got his 2. Now, unsung heroes is kind of like Jerron Reed and Dean Lowry. They ain't make no splashy plays or nothing like that, but they had constant pressure, okay? And all we need is constant pressure and just help for Kenny. There was times Kenny was on the bench. I told you at the beginning of the 4th, he was just sitting on the sideline chilling. We ain't really seen that like that. Or when we did see it, we was panicking because we thought a big run or something was going to go down. But those guys held their own when Kenny wasn't on the field. Obviously, when he was on the field, everything was just so much better. But for y'all to not have a big drop off like we would have had normally in the past years, kudos to y'all, defensive line. So now we're going to end it with special teams. Mason, it's your first game with field goals because we didn't get any last game. You only made a PAT. Congrats on that. Congrats for making 2 fucking field goals, Mason. And none of them were like, I didn't, it wasn't like, oh, that was close, So, hey, good job for that. I'm giving you credit, Jack Coco. Good snaps. And, again, you made 3 PATs, man. I'm watching everything, Mason. I'm watching PATs, everything for your ass. So, hey, flawless today. Congratulations. Pat O'Donnell. We only punted twice, which is fucking amazing and awesome. And when you did, you punted that shit for 60 yards each time. And one of them was within, inside the opponent's 20, which is also fucking great. So good job coming back and helping beat your old team because, obviously they motherfucking, they let you go. They didn't think you was good enough, so I'm glad you contributed into beating their ass. And again, I shouted my boy out in the beginning of the show, but the Bears still suck. They've always sucked. For you to still suck, that means you sucked at some point before. Hey, I'm sorry if it's just in my lifetime. Sorry, my older Packer fans out there who felt pain from the Bears beating on them. But in my lifetime, they ain't did shit to me. So, the Bears do suck. They still suck. And they will always suck. So, we're going to move on. Amari Rodgers. You did good on a lot of things. 24-yard kickoff return. That was cool, you know. The ball goes to the 25 if we didn't do that, so that's not, you know, moving the needle anyway, either way. Punt returns, you muff one, bro. You know, so we can't have that. I don't even want to have a accident. You know, a penalty was called on that play, so I think it got called back, or you know, one of our guys got on the ball and you got it. But goddamn it, we cannot have that. So all that shit got to get cleaned up over the next couple of weeks. You know, because, you know, we can't see that. That shit causes us games. If we had a better, you know, opponent this game, some of the mistakes we made, it could have cost us. So, you know, we can't be critical about this team. But again, Victory Monday. All y'all go out there, motherfucking just, hey, celebrate. We'll get critical later on in the week. We'll talk about the next opponent later on in the week. But we just won a fucking game. It's hard to win in this league. It's some teams who 0-2. You know, I ain't going to say no names. 0-2. You know, that's bad decision making. You know, it's about winning, right? But you want to go over there, but it's okay. It's okay. But, hey, all y'all enjoy. Talk y'all shit. Enjoy the victory today. We gonna move on in the next few couple days. But, hey, when you win, you got to celebrate about it. Don't take any win for granted because it's hard to win in this league. But, and then y'all have a good motherfucking day, too. I'm out.